Hello Virgo, how are you today? Let's do a quick energy check-in with you. Hopefully you're doing well today. Let's go. All right. Okay, here we go, Virgo. Bottom of the deck, Tower card. So something here, of course, from the past has flipped your world upside down. Now remember that the Tower moment really, is not something that's happening against you or to you, right? It's happening for you. If you see it from a different perspective here, you've got this tower that was once built that's now crumbling down. And yes, of course, that's a major shakeup, of course, in your life. However, there's a lesson to be learned there. And also, universe is telling you that although your world has been flipped upside down, you now have the opportunity to create the new world that you want. That is part of the message there. It's just that you have this new opportunity. Page of Swords here, we've got new ideas, new inspiration, new energy that's coming your way. Maybe you are seeing things differently. You may have received a little bit of new information that might be helpful for you in your progression forward. But definitely the Tower moment here has caused you to kind of retreat a little bit, kind of go within and rest, because Tower moments aren't easy. They're major upheavals in our lives, but certainly this requires a time of healing, a time of rest, and a time of introspection. And so you're kind of in that checkout mode right now where you are really still within yourself and trying to figure things out and have meaning to all this suffering. Underneath it all, you really want to challenge this, kind of meet it head on. And there's a part of you, Virgo, that's very logical and really wants to just kind of assess this and strategize how to get out of this situation, how to fix this bad situation that you're in. Now, of course, it's all about perspective, right? It's about us trying to see things from a different perspective and trying to gain meaning and trying to figure out what it is that we can learn from that, from whatever mistakes we made that brought on the Tower moment. We have to learn to analyze it. Learn to analyze what it is, our role and our responsibility in the upheaval that's happened. Overall, you are really requiring yourself to draw within, use your intuition and finding forgiveness, a way to forgive yourself, and also understanding that there's more than one way to approach a problem, right? So you've got here this maiden who is taming the beast, just, like you've got the lion here, and she's made friends with what would normally be an enemy, right? This is something that she should be afraid of, but she's looking at it going, you know what, I embrace my fears. That's what I'm getting with this strength card here, is that this maiden here is embracing her fear of the lion. And actually the lion's kind of befriended her, right? And because she has changed her perspective and her approach, the lion sees her as someone that's non-threatening, right? She's made peace with her fears. She's made peace with the enemy. And she's used her intuition here, her knowledge, her wisdom, to be able to deal with that creature that she would normally run from or be afraid of. So that's a very meaningful card here. I really like that. So in the recent past, of course, you've got the Knight of Pentacles. You were trying to build something long-term, something more stable, something that you could count on, right? You're planting the seeds for your future, and you've been working at that. Now, this is kind of a slow progress. This is not something that happens overnight. This is something that you've been building towards. And you may look at this progression here. You're building towards something more stable, right? And you've got new inspiration, new ideas. You're taking a pause to make sure that you're really listening to your intuition, that you're connecting with your higher source, because you've got strength here. And we already talked that one to death, right? This is a Leo card. But we've already talked about this, about how important that card is for you today. And you've got your Seven of Pentacles. This whole time you have been really just planting the seeds for your future, and now you're reassessing. What is it that is working for me and what's not? You're looking at the crops here and you're assessing your field now, and you're saying, well, you know what? There are certain things that work for me and certain things that don't, and you're going to be able to handle whatever it is that comes your way. This is about you making a decision about what's working for you and what you're going to keep versus what you're going to turn away from. And you're having to really make a very important decision here, trying to figure out, what is it here? These are two decision cards. This is patience, though, and this is someone who is sitting here thinking, well, I don't want my heart hurt. I don't want to be heartbroken. I don't want to make a mistake. So instead of looking at things head on, there's a blindfold here. They have their heart crossed because they're afraid that this may hurt them, right? So instead, this individual, you, will need to draw within again, just like I said here. Draw within yourself, find the strength within, listen to your intuition, and make the decision that's right for you. Three of Swords, again, this is your heartbreak. We're still thinking a lot about the heartbreak because you've got this Tower moment that you're probably still dealing with the repercussions of this heartbreak, right? Because it really flipped your world upside down, and that's what's keeping you from making this decision, and it's weighing really heavily on you. What you're hoping is that you get a new opportunity, that you can turn away, move away from all of this. This is what you hope for, right? You're hoping that you get a new opportunity, that you can leave this heartbreak, this Tower moment, and start to rebuild. Again, this is new energy, because everything has come crashing down. You're ready to rebuild. And here again, we're still dealing with the grief and the regret of missing out, of what you've lost from the past, because there's still this general theme of just despair, right? You're still picking up the pieces from what has happened in the past. But you're doing good. I mean, look, you're starting to lay down the foundations towards something that's really going to be very fruitful. You start out here with a field that has no crops, and look at what's in the future here. Right? You start out with nothing, and now you've got something, because you're going to work towards it. And Virgo, you are very, very hardworking. You're a very hardworking person. So I want to just clarify that. Yeah, Page of Wands here. Again, this is new inspiration. You're getting new inspiration around you to hopefully get you out of this state of despair. High Priestess, once again, you're being asked to really draw within, listen to your intuition, connect with the divine, because your opportunities are endless. Right? You are going to be able to let go of this pain once you draw within, because once you are connected to wisdom, to your higher self, everything opens up. You're going to be able to let go of this hurt, this fear, that sense of loss, because you're ready to step forward, because you have so much in front of you. There's a part of you that's really torn. I can sense it. I feel that, there's a part of you that's so ready to move forward, but on occasion, especially at night, I see you upset. When you are alone, you are upset and crying to yourself and really reminiscing about the past. And there's a part of you that really keeps that heartbreak. But it's telling me you're ready to go, right? And you've got a King of Wands here. This is the visionary, the leader. You may have... So you start here with the Page of Wands. You've got the inspired actions, inspired feeling, right? That passion, that new passion that's coming your way. And then the King of Wands is now that maturity, that level of leadership, who is so, this individual is so inspired and charismatic and is ready to take that step forward because they're so bold, right? So you know that you need to take that step forward. Now you have the energy of the King of Wands, because you see everything that's in front of you. It's just that on occasion you get kind of tripped up by that and the Tower card there that we saw. So we've got, Three of Pentacles. This is about collaboration. You're going to be working with other people here. You've got the 3 and then the 3. So clearly the number 3 is going to be important here. And the 3 of Swords. 3, 3, and then 3. So something here is telling you that that number is very important. The Moon card, certain things are still not as visible to you. They're still a little bit hidden. And again, we're going to draw within. This speaks of your intuition, and so does this. Again, universe is telling you that you need to take this rest. See how it's connected? You need to take this rest here and go within, right? So that you can find the answers that you need. And you are going to come out victorious here. You're going to rise above. Once you wake up from this, get yourself up and out of this 4 of Swords, you're going to come out victorious, right? Yeah, and everything needs to be in balance. You need to be a little bit patient, right? And trust that the universe has something great for you on the other side. Look at the bottom of the deck. You've got the 4 of Wands. You've got your 3 of Wands, and then you've got your 4 of Wands. Again, that tells me that you are ready to progress forward for something more stable, right? Because you've got a card of stability here and a card of stability here. There's a part of you that's ready to receive that. It's just that you're trying to make that important decision as to like how to move forward with that. So let's look at some other cards here. See if you've got any other messages from the universe that you should pay attention to the next few days. You've got Celebrate. That one flipped over. Persistence. And Hope. Good. So we've got, and then the bottom of the deck here, Authority. You are called to take control and build a strong foundation for your future. Stability and structure are essential now. Lead with wisdom and integrity. But remember that true authority comes from balance, not rigidity. Trust your power to create lasting success. Wow. So everything here is pointing towards you going ahead and taking that step forward that you need in order to get the rewards that's waiting for you on the other side. Celebrate. Success and recognition are within reach. Your hard work is paying off and others are taking notice. Celebrate your achievements, but stay grounded. This moment is a reminder that perseverance leads to triumph. And this refers to this Six of Wands card here. It's time for you to celebrate, just like I said. And then we've got persistence. Steady progress defines your journey. Your patience and diligence ensures long-term success, even when the path feels slow. This card goes with the Knight of Pentacles. Again, the universe is trying to remind you, celebrate, stay persistent. And then you've got hope. Healing and renewal are flowing into your life. Trust in your dreams and let inspiration guide you. The universe supports your journey. Stay aligned with hope and faith as you create a brighter future. Perfect. So it looks like things are really looking up here again for you, Virgo. This is a really great reading for you. I hope that this has helped you. I'll talk to you soon. I love you. Have a great day. Bye-bye.